Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this next session, this 30-day journey. We're on day 26 of Determine Your Direction. And we've just had a fabulous weekend in our church. That's why I'm a little hoarse. I've been doing a lot of speaking and singing. So my tone of my voice is a little lower today. But nevertheless, here we are. And also, we've had the snow, haven't we, this weekend? Here in the UK, it has been so beautiful. I know it's treacherous to drive in and to be out in, but if you can be somewhere warm and cosy and watch it, it is so pretty. And I love to see the snow. So it's still lying low today, and I'm going to venture out in a little while. But I've been thinking about our journey, and today I want to talk about that vision, that picture, that horizon is not narrow. The good news is we are not living our life on a tightrope. What if I make a big mistake? Here I've come to a fork in the road or a crossroads, or I need to make a choice. And so many people are paralyzed because they're afraid they're going to make the wrong choice. And providing we're not talking about issues of sin, where the Bible is very clear about what's right and wrong, where it's any road we take could be okay, we need to be full-hearted and determined in making those choices, and not vacillating and not half-hearted, not double-minded, but really taking the bull by the horns, as it were, and making those choices. And watch, because very often heaven backs us up when we make those choices. As I was thinking about this, the vision before us, and how the good news is today that God wants you to expand it. He wants you to enlarge your territory. He never ever wants to bring us into a narrow, like difficult. He takes us through narrow places. He takes us through difficult places, but the outcome is always he wants to bring us to a broader place, a higher place, a greater place. Anyway, there's an example in the Bible, a man called Jabez. And it was a bit unfortunate because his mother named him Jabez. It says in 1 Chronicles chapter 4, Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, but his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bore him in pain. Imagine having that name. Every time they called his name Jabez, they were actually declaring over him, you're a pain. But the story goes on to tell us that Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. And God granted him what he requested. And I just felt, as I was thinking about this, that the Lord wanted me to tell you that your vision and your territory ahead of you is larger than you think. If you can see it, you can have it. If you can dream it, you can be in it. And so my encouragement to you today is to think big, dream big, and see the horizon and the vista ahead of you unravel and unpack and begin to manifest before you. We can extend ourselves and expand ourselves. We can go beyond. There's part of us that doesn't want to stay in maintenance mode. We want the bigger picture, the greater. You're born for greatness. That's how God has wired us. And there is a longing in each one of us for greatness. And that isn't just so that we will be somebody and have a name for ourselves, but so that we would have a lasting impact on the world that we live in. And so I'm praying for you today that as you move forward in determining your direction, you think big, you don't think small. You look towards your destination, then where you're heading in your direction, and you're thinking broader, higher, longer, wider, greater in every way, in every measure. The Lord wants you to have greater joy. He wants you to have greater clarity. The Lord wants you to understand what his will is and walk in it, because it's a good place where he's taking you to. So determine your direction with him, and you will succeed, you will prosper, and you will find all those things necessary for life and enjoyment of life. Jesus said, I came to give you life and life in its fullness. That isn't a narrow place, that's full to overflowing, full to brimming over with his love, with his joy, with his peace, with his patience, with his kindness, with his goodness, with his faithfulness, with his gentleness, and with his self-control. And I know that we have heard on the news even today that it's likely that we'll be having to wear masks more, and we'll be having to sort of pull back a bit again, in the hope that we don't have to go back into a full lockdown by Christmas. But even in that restriction, it does not stop your joy from overflowing. And you know that people can actually see the joy, the goodness, the gladness, and all that in you through your eyes. And your eyes aren't being hindered and covered over. So be glad. And today, look for expanding your horizon and your borders. Extend your territory and enjoy your day. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Hope you can join me for another session of Determine Your Direction. But for now, have a great day, whatever you're choosing to do. Bless you. Bye.